Hey, good afternoon, Manchester, New Hampshire, and all the surrounding areas here. Folks, be ready for a wild show. It'll be her fault.
It's fault, like
right?
always.
Hey, it's a group effort.
Yeah, a group effort. Well, you got something to shake it up for you. See that?
Yeah, see?
You know,
They all know the truth. You can
these
tell.
are my new shades, but I'll take it. Ooh, that's great when I'm off, huh?
Yeah.
But and no, I haven't been doing cocaine. Just to let people know.
Well,
you know,
I hope not.
World?
They used to call me an athlete when I was born. You know,
It's quite the jump.
Yeah. But
I guess
anyway,
I don't
we're going to have
know
a lot of
about
fun. We have our friend Bob,
Whitebear.
Whitebear Olson. That's pretty bad. Clue.
I was
One of my
gonna say,
best
you've
friends,
known him
right?
forever.
Can't even remember the name. Well, back here, and he's got brought in a flute. If you would hold that up so they can see it, Bob.
That
We're
is
going
so
to be
beautiful.
having a silent auction on that at the Gauchos on May 24th. I'm going to clarify a little bit more what we're doing. We're doing a charity for the Healing Paws, which will help people who do not have the money or the resources to pay for a veterinarian. We will ask you if you have anything, but then otherwise than that, we will pay for it all. And if you can pay it back, fine. If you can't, fine, but this is what it's for. We will not be paying for neutering. We are not going to be paying for rabies shots. I think there's enough
Right, but
organizations
people,
in there.
yeah, people can't directly come
No, that's what
to
it is.
Healing Paws. The veterinarian has to contact us.
You know, and we're working on that. And it's more like a greeting for people that come in. Yeah, obviously we want to have donations. We want to accept all of them.
Exactly.
But people to get to know each other, and the Honorable Bill Berry is going to try to make it for us, so that's cool. And all these other, I want to get some of the big wigs in there to see what we're doing, you know. And no, folks, unfortunately, it does not go to the Manchester Animal Shelter. We are not any way connected with any other organization.
Right,
We
this
are
is
sole
strictly
on there.
its own.
And as you can see, I have my nuisance and my bossy here,
Yeah.
donated by my friend Kate McCurdy.
McCurdy.
Okay, and because she says that fits her well, and it does. I love her dearly, I really do, but she knows. I know that,
She's
but-
awesome.
Oh,
She's
she really is, and
spectacular.
she's really good. I have to quiet her down so I get, because she wants to get it all done at one time. I said, don't be quite so impatient. And then but it's going to be exciting. And then the next event will be in October, for October 7th for the same organization.
For Healing Paws
The
again.
Healing Paws, okay. And I understand that we're doing another one on the 20th,
Yeah.
and that's going to be where?
That's at the VFW. That's the we've been talking about this
Yeah. just
off and on for a couple of weeks. Actually, all three of us will be at this event on the 20th. It's at the VFW on Maple Street here in Manchester. It's 10 to 3. It's to raise money for the VFW Auxiliary. And what that does is that helps the veterans, their families, and the community. So it's just going to be an amazing event. And by special request, Norm's going to be there.
See, we
There
get
you go.
good, honey. Yeah, good.
That's an honest God truth. I'm not even teasing you, but there was a special request.
All the stars are coming out. We get them to blood. Or is that a hot flash?
Yeah, I mean, he's having my hot flashes for me.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
Come on, big guy.
He's going to match his tie in a minute.
I know, right? Wow. Anyway, so
It is an ornament
it's
still.
gonna
You
be
know
a
what?
good
I have a
cause.
hard time.
it's going to be a good cause. He won't be doing this all day.
He might.
He might, you never know. It's Norm. We don't really know. We're assuming he won't be doing this all day. So that's the 20th.
But it is a nice cop.
Yes,
Good
it
thing he
is.
doesn't have to answer the phone
I
right
know,
now.
right? So that's the 20th. The Healing Paws event's the 24th.
You're
So
right. We're
we
going to be
hoping
at the
people come out and
Gauchos,
help both charities.
and we're getting a good discount. I don't think I can tell them. Paul, I can't tell the
No,
price
no.
of the meal, right?
No.
Got special
unfortunately
pricing.
not, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
But it's worthwhile anyways, and I also know that the people who are doing this are all allow us to be there. Also, just opened up a new breakfast place called Susan's, same thing, but under a different name, and they're going to be at the. Did they have the taco thing yet?
Yeah, last Thursday.
Oh, well. Okay, well, they're going to be offering a lot of different types of crepes. which is a lot different than what most people have. And when you go by, if you go to Jose, you say hi, tell them Norm sent you, and you could be opening up another place down in Nashville, so it'll be closer to you, right? Is Nashville
No.
closer to you?
No, I live right in the middle between Nashville and Manchester.
Oh. How about you?
About equidistant.
Right? You know, they don't have running water in Milford, do they?
Oh, no, they got to pump it over from Nashville.
That's what I thought, you know. Actually, Milford, that's a city that has a dingo-lingo thing around, right?
I don't know about your ding-a-ling, but that one is totally different.
Well, don't you have to go around in
An oval?
an oval? That's the word I want.
Yeah.
Oh, in
I
Milford?
think
Yeah, you got an
Yeah.
oval, yeah.
The Milford
Yeah.
Oval, yes.
Yeah. I went to a couple of the nursing homes here.
Yep.
And, the one, the Crestwood was the best one I had ever worked in. Fort Milford. The other one, I'm not going to think that I really get sick. But it is to me, it's got to be a lot of positive energy got to be sent to Milford. They really have. You can almost feel the gloom in that area, but yet the people are
Well,
fantastic.
it used to, when I lived there, I used to live there, and you lived there. It used to be that way, but it is really coming
The
around.
town is growing so fast
Yeah.
that it's been hard transition, and it's still growing. And with growth comes crime and drugs, and I'm sorry, but
That's
it's
sad.
a fact of life.
And I also, our friend Susan Bernstein, the
Yep.
one does
Yeah.
condolences to her. Her father just passed away.
Oh,
So our
I'm sorry.
condolences offered to them. They were waiting for it to happen. And you know the sad part is, it seems like all of a sudden people are just shooting up to the other side. You know what I mean? Or crossing over, or
They're
whatever,
either
the bridge
evolving
or
or,
whatever.
or going home, one
Yeah.
or the other.
I've got a picture I'll be bringing in pretty soon to show you that a friend of mine who I've never met in person, and this will be my third painting that she's sending to me, with pictures of Paws and a doggy and kitty and a rainbow and all. I'm so excited about it. It's really cool. You get gifts from other people that you've never met. Don't you agree?
Oh, yeah, it's
You have too, right?
That doesn't happen to me very often.
not very
So,
often,
yeah.
but when it does, it's something special.
It really is. So, Bob, besides the event we got coming up in, what is it, May? Something? Oh, yeah.
May 20th.
Okay. Do you have any other events coming up?
Not till June. I've got a powwow that I got to MC at, play flute, and set up to sell my wares. So I'll be kind of busy that day.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little.
Now, to the people who like myself who really don't understand what a powwow is, what is it called? Powwow?
Powwow.
Okay, can you?
Powwow just means a gathering of the people. That's all it is. It's a celebration of life. And you go to a Native American style powwow, there's a lot of dancing, sharing of music, a lot of vendors showing their crafts. A lot of them are native crafts. Unfortunately, these days you get a lot of imported junk, but a lot of them frown on that. So we get into more handmade crafts like the flutes that I sell. And it's just a fun event for everybody. It's supposed to be fun.
By the way, I have some people that have paid good compliments about your CD and about your playing.
Awesome. Always
Okay,
love
so-
to hear that.
I always like, the one thing I like about it is I have a couple of people that go around, they get feedback for our events. And I like the ones who come to see how well our events are doing compared to their own. I'm not going to mention names, but we already know. When they'll come through and I'll make it, I brought something in for somebody, and then they go. But then I did get a compliment, so that's a good thing, Folks, when we do, Lori will tell you, I think, Bob, you've been there like 4 or 5 of mine now that I've had.
Oh, yeah.
And we are not in competition with any other event.
No.
I don't have time to be,
Right.
okay? And if they feel that way, you know what, if I get I accept our compliments, But I also will support and wish we will, I should say, I'm sorry, I don't want to make that singular, but we will also send support and love to other people who have
Absolutely.
events when they get, whatever. I don't really care, do you?
Well, I think it's so sad when people think that it's a competition, because there's plenty for everybody.
Yeah.
Who we're supposed to help will come to us, and
Right.
who they're supposed to help will go to them. And
They were, like, one time we were at the Holiday Inn. Were you there?
Mhm.
You were there too, right? And just because nobody says, oh, well, because she had hers at the yard. And she, you know, the one at the yard has over 200 people. I said, you know what? Who's going to be here is going to be here. Who's not going to be here? I don't care. I'm not in competition. I don't want to be.
Right. No.
Because then you take the fun out of it.
Right. Well, and you're doing it for the wrong reason. Then.
Right.
And if the right person's supposed to find you, it doesn't matter where you are, they'll find you.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And the next time, I'm going to do a pole dance. I already got told by 5 people I have to keep my clothes on, though. I don't think that was very nice of them.
No.
No.
No,
Sorry.
I tried, folks.
Nope. Sorry. I draw the line.
I'm only kidding, folks. Don't take it seriously, okay? And I have to treat you with more respect and stop giving you such a hard time.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know when I got a phone call, Bob. Okay, that told me that I had to treat Lauren with more respect and stop giving her a hard time. I go, oh, but she had that way around. You know? She was real. You can hear it, and she kept going on, and I said, you know what? Have a good day. You know,
We don't have to treat you with more respect or stop giving you a hard time, do we?
Yeah.
Nobody called and said that.
Oh, okay.
No, I hadn't got that kind of.
I was worried for a minute there.
So I don't know what I did. If I've done something to
don't
give you a
know
hard
either.
time, I apologize.
Well, I think I'd call you on it if you do. So.
That's it, folks. You know, one thing about our show is we have a lot of fun doing it.
We definitely
Got
do.
to.
Okay, and if you can't have fun on the show, if you can't be, I'm not going to be one of those people that say, "Oh my God, you're going to go to hell because you have not followed the word of the show." And that I don't even know when hell that's going to be.
I don't know where that's coming from either, but all right. Whatever.
But if you won't mind, I have my cards. If you won't mind, I'd like to do a little reading on you later, with your permission.
Do what?
Do readings, card reading on you later if you want.
Sure.
Okay. But would you entertain us with the flute so that you can hear?
I'll attempt to play a song, and this is the flute that's going to get raffled off.
Okay. And this is made, the flute, if you hold it, is made by Bob Whitebear Olson in his own little art gallery or whatever you call it. And
Yeah.
this is all him. And what kind of wood is that one?
This one's aromatic cedar. Not much of the red on this one. The white's more of the outer wood. And it's very soft, mellow wood. So it's going to have kind of a mellow, mellow tone. A little higher pitch, but it'll still be a mellow tone. We'll see what we can't get.
Okay. What is that singamajigaboo on that top?
This here?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate to tell you what it's normally called because you'll laugh. It's a fetish.
Oh, I had many of those.
That just directs the airflow from a slow air chamber and back here up over to this cutting edge to create the sound. It can be any shape or whatever. You just make it so that the airflow is right.
Yeah.
And I chose to go this way to keep it low instead of this big fancy thing because if someone wants to stick it in their backpack, it's not going to get hung up on something.
Right.
So I've pretty much gone to this style.
I've started to get the one that you gave me
Yep.
several years ago. I've actually took out and started playing. You had one too, right?
I do. I play it all the time.
Do you really?
All the time. I love it. I absolutely love it.
My friend Kate, who is one of the sponsors of our event we got coming on, she said, "I'm going to take a chance." I said, "You can't because we're part of the."
Why not? I enter raffles everywhere I go.
Yeah, I know, but if she wins it, I'm going to say it with what I'm saying. But, anyways, so how long did it take you to make that?
It depends. I haven't really got a shop set up. I don't do much of the work with the machine. Some of the basic roughing work I will, but then the rest of it, I use a block plane and sandpaper to shape it all. I burn the holes in. So most of it's handwork. So it's just to put a finish on it, I take a week.
Wow.
Because I put a Danish oil on, let it soak in and dry for 3 days before I put in a wipe on poly afterwards. And that locks in the moisture so that you don't have a lot of care for it. And I usually put 3 or 4 coats on so it protects the wood and locks that moisture in good. Because a lot of people don't want to take time to care for it. And it doesn't require a lot of care, except maybe for removing the top once in a while to make sure there's no moisture that's built up from your breath.
Would you say you put Danish what?
Danish oil. It's the same thing you use to put a finish on salad bowls so it's food safe.
Oh.
And even the wipe on poly, once it's dry, is totally safe.
You have a website yet?
www.bobwhitebear.com.
Oh, you finally got it going.
Yeah, it's
All
been
right.
going for 3-4 years.
No, but didn't you having it remodeled and rebuilt?
It's still being remodeled,
Can
but
they still get you?
I just haven't changed over the name servers yet or have them upload it to mine. But
Is there a phone number?
just my phone number. It's on the website.
Okay. And they can get you on Facebook, right?
And I'm on Facebook, but just not under Bob Whitebear.
Oh, okay.
Bob Olson.
Bob Olson, okay.
I haven't put anything up on Facebook yet. I'm still in the process of writing a new bio because I've only got this little excerpt. The guy doing my website wants me to write something a little bit longer, so
I got to do a new bio. And how did you get the name Whitebear?
that was given to me by a chief. I had gone to him and asked for a native name, and he had set a date for the naming. And in tradition, they're supposed to know you for at least a year before you get a native name. And the name comes from spirit. It's not something you just make up out of the blue, or it's not supposed to be, put it that way. I'd gotten the date for the naming a couple weeks before that. I was in a sweat lodge, and I had had a vision while I was in there of this woman caring for something in her hands like this. And before even that came up, there was an eagle that came up and stopped like dead in front of me, and then I saw a hawk fly across. And then in the distance there was a wolf, but it wasn't howling. So like, this is strange. It doesn't make any sense. So it was a couple of weeks or so later that the naming actually took place. And my wife at the time got her name, my daughter got her name, I got my name, and another person that didn't even know they were getting named till the day before got their name. So the eagle was Chief Flying Eagle that named us. Oh, and in the lodge too, though, when the bears came in, the white bear stepped into me. So I was named Bob Whitebear. My wife was Caring Heart, and her daughter was Lady Hawk, and the woman that got her name was Quiet Wolf. But I had seen that 2 weeks prior to the naming.
Very cool.
Didn't make any sense at the time, but after the naming, it's sort of like, wow. So,
Cool.
spirit connects with you different ways.
Oh, yeah.
I had a lady that you and I both know that gave me a name, and I knew it wasn't the correct name for me, so I rejected it. And she said, "You'll never get another name." I said, "That's fine." And I think you know, like you just said, you kind of know who you're going to have, and you know who I'm talking about.
Right.
And I don't have a lot of respect for this lady, but that's okay. She called me, was it spotted pony or spotted horse, like that?
Yeah, it doesn't make any difference.
When you don't feel comfortable with a name, you know, that's the way I feel with
You
names.
have the
Not really.
option of accepting it or not.
Yeah. And if I get one, that's fine. If I don't, that's fine. You know, I just didn't
It's
feel
not a
comfortable
life
with
changer
her.
if you don't have it.
Yeah, you know, and so one of the things that I do know, and that, are you part Indian? Are you part Native American?
I'm just waiting. I got to
to
do my citizenship paperwork coming in the mail today. Wampanoag ancestry. So
Interesting.
my ancestors married into the Wampanoag tribe when they settled here in
Now what?
Wampanoag.
I've never heard of that.
You ever heard of Massasoit?
No.
You ever heard of Indians?
Huh?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm Scottish. What do you expect? Okay. I think way back when, one of my feelings then were, but I
Talking
don't
about the
know.
natives right on the Cape.
Oh. Okay. Was there a bug on here? Boy, the spirits are really, I'm telling you,
see
the
it.
spirits are really coming at me today. Wow,
anything.
okay. Am I doing something wrong? Tell me now.
Just trying to bug you.
The other day we had, what, the Lulu, that one,
You, what?
Eula?
Yulia?
Yulia. Let me tell you, the spirits are after me like there was no tomorrow. Weren't they? I mean, they were
her
literally
grandmother?
coming after me. I had to get them to calm down. And then last week was the same. And I do have one Indian chief, if I may give you a message from, he is called White Owl. Okay? and he's also telling me you don't know him, but he knows you. Let's put it that way, okay? He told me to continue being strong in the work that you're doing. He told me to tell you to always walk proudly and hold your head high. He said that you're walking, do not look either way, just keep walking straight. Be proud of your name, for I gave you the name. Okay? And he said to keep walking, do not looking either way. So that's a message I'm getting for you. One of that, you will know what that means in time. And he also wants you to start learning how to make drums. Your creativity is just really...
No, I've made drums in the past. It's just that the cost of making one is so prohibitive. It's difficult. And other people choose other options for about the same price I charge it, but because they get touted as being this medicine thing or something.
Medicine drums. I don't. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm not saying they're right. I just don't understand the name. I mean, the spirit, I guess, gives it the title or whatever. So
Right.
I respect. By the way, Jane King is going to be on the 31st instead of the 24th. May.
May.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's
And
one
we got
thing
a guy that's coming on. Just 1 second.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We got this one guy. I think his name is Dave. He is from Kingston, New Hampshire. Kingston, New Hampshire.
There is a Kingston, New Hampshire.
Huh?
There is a Kingston.
Okay,
New
well,
Hampshire.
that's what he belongs to. He's going to come, and we're going to have an early celebration. If you'd like to join us, come back and join us. And he's going to be playing the trumpet.
Nice.
Okay,
Very
they play
nice.
the tats and memorial service. And actually, my daughter-in-law has a flag. My son and daughter, we're going to be donating to the VFW in Kingston because one of our friends gave it to us. We don't know the person that was getting. There it goes again. Wow. Are you seeing spirits? I'm not. Am I insane?
Well, I don't know if you're insane, but apparently they're just trying to get your attention.
Wow. Okay. All right. Play. All right. Play.
Okay. This is the flute that's going to get raffled off. We'll see if we can't make it sound like something.
That was awesome. Now, do you write your own music?
Generally, well, I don't write it. Spirit
Right.
guides me in what to play.
Yeah.
I don't write music. I don't read music. That's my own version of a song by someone else. I love the melody, so I've incorporated into other things, some of it into other things, so it's played a little bit differently and made it my own.
You enjoy doing this.
I love different melodies together. Just
And how long have you been doing this?
been doing this for, oh lordy, I'd say over 16 years anyway. It's been more than that, but
And how long have you been active in, being in retailing?
oh, actively probably about 12 years. But it's not something I do. It's not a business per se, where I have to make money to survive. Granted, it helps me get through and buy more supplies so I can make more flutes, but they find their own homes. I don't push them on anybody. It's a healing tool, and like all music is healing, but the flute is especially so because it affects the body. Just even people that don't really want to listen to it, it still helps them too. So.
Well, one thing I noticed that like I said, people always look forward to you coming to the events and playing, and that people are going to start buying more. I just really believe that you keep coming, people are going to start recognizing you and start buying more and more. Okay. And I also think is that one thing about it that I like is that you're in tune with spirit.
Yep.
You're not seeing spots in front of your eyes.
No,
Really?
really, honestly,
And you? And I've been smoking.
maybe that's the problem.
I haven't been drinking.
Well, what,
That's fine.
20
you know,
years?
20 years now, 21, yeah? And this month makes 4 years without a cigarette. You know,
Congratulations.
so that's a good
Excellent.
thing. But, okay. If you have messages for me, please tell me now, 'cause you don't have to keep... Actually, now that you stop playing, then I guess it was time for you to play, okay? Do you ever put any of the songs that you ever put them on paper, like the notes, eighth note, quarter note, half note,
Nope.
16th note?
Haven't yet. I wouldn't know how to read it. Wouldn't know how to write it.
So do you remember the song that you play, or do you? I mean, what
Basically, remember the story, what it's about, and the expression, the feeling that you're trying to get across to people. It's like I've had songs that are about, say, such and such a thing, and people have come back and told me parts of the story that I don't even give away on the CD, because I give a little excerpt of what it's about. But people have told me parts of the story that I didn't tell, and they're dead on. So that tells me that the music is telling them the story the way I intended it to be heard, which is awesome.
Is your mother still alive?
Yes, she is.
Okay. Because I'm getting a message that even though she's not here, that she spiritually, she can hear the music that you're playing. Okay. How old is your mom?
Oh, just told me 85, 6.
And the message that I'm getting on that is that she, no matter where you play, the spirit is always sending her the music that you're playing. Okay. And that when she's had a very full of anxiety, which is something that she can be, and okay, what are they targeting me?
I don't know. It's just your day.
Just a
Yeah.
day to pick on Norm.
Yeah, every time I
Right.
get here lately. But I want to see if you, but that you're having her. Is she in a nursing home or is she at home?
Nope, she's at home.
Pretty spry, right? But
Well, she goes to the Y a couple times a week. She's busy with the church and different events, and trying to catch her home is the hard part.
but I'm telling you now that the spirits are always just like, okay, it's time. Maybe that's what it is. It's time for her to relax. It's time for her to slow
Oh,
down.
she does, but she just enjoys what she's doing.
Yeah.
She's just a little ball of fire.
And that's pretty awesome at that age. I met a man the other day. He was 94 years old, out there pushing his shopping cart and shopping. And this, I said, "Wow." I said, "You need?" He said, "Nope." He said, "You look like you might need some help, though." And I said, "Probably all the time, you know, and stuff."
Nice.
And but he, and you know, I think this is where you see to her age is only a number. And that's all it is for all
Yep.
of us if we want to live. If you, like that lady we had
Yeah,
to call,
yeah.
we told her to go try dancing. She said she was too old. Okay, hi. And she was too old and all this other, thing going on. In the name of all the spirits, please, if you got messages, give them to us and we will be very happy to pass them on. You don't need to be fooling around us in a spiritual world, right? But I mean, if you feel comfortable with it, they're really active when you come. What did you do?
Well, we have to wait and see, I guess.
Ah,
I'm surprised no one's called in yet.
we haven't had a lot of phone calls, have we?
No, but like last week, there was the problem with the broadcasting.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it was-
yeah. But
Well, it's
folks,
just
if
a-
you have any calls, the number is there. I don't know the number, but it's got to be probably out there.
They can see it, yeah.
They can see it. Okay.
It's 640-3091.
Okay. And so, one thing I will tell you, Bob, is that you're going to be doing this until you're like 85 years old to 90. Then I will see. You have a long life. How's your son doing with his?
You're doing better.
Yeah.
Of course, he said he just pulled a muscle in his back last week, but that's because he's doing better. He's able to do more. Just being able to do something that would do that is more than he was. He was barely able to sit up more than 10 minutes at a time. So
I remember you had that thing doing.
it's
Did
been
you have
good.
the operation? Or?
He had a number of injections for the stem cells. So it's been a definite improvement.
You have a good relationship with him?
Better.
Yeah, I also have a daughter,
Yes.
and that's getting better too.
It's always been pretty good. I'm not her blood father, but
But she's, you know, don't have to be.
exactly.
Yeah, that doesn't make a dad.
No, she's
No,
a
it
sweetheart. No.
Like Bruce with your children, right?
Well, with my daughter.
With your daughter, yeah, you know. The blood, the being the parent comes from here. I know so many people that are parents and that they don't, you know,
Right.
act like parents, and that breaks my heart. You know, I have a lot of people that come to my office that do that too. You know, we are tools, we are vessels that create the child to convert, like when you are, and stuff like that. The message I also give it to you: keep climbing that mountain like a goat. You know how mountain goats climb the mountains
Mhm.
around, because you're getting steadier and you're getting stronger.
Oh, yeah. That's like
And
just
he
being
said-
able to
And the Spirit is making sure you give thanks to the universe for the.
climb that
Yeah,
mountain
yeah,
was
yeah.
amazing for me. You know, granted it was slow and I took my time, but for me to make it up that steep a climb, my legs are definitely healing, so it's all good.
Okay, I will take his advice and I will start exercising more. Well, you're slamming me.
You know why they're giving you such a hard time? It's because you've been giving me a hard time about wearing my fuzzy G-string.
I would never give you a hard time.
Well, I did wear my fuzzy G-string today.
Oh.
All right, guys. Huh.
Now,
There we go. But what?
Wait, I don't think Bob's done yet.
I think we ought to have someone call in and let us know if I ought to take it off and give it to you and have you put it on TV.
Oh, all right. Yeah, but my belly's too fat for it to work.
Well, that's not my
What
fault.
what is it?
Which is why they.
You eat sugar?
No, I cut sugar out.
Okay. Because you know that's a good thing for you, right? To cut the sugar out.
I cut it out a couple of years ago. I used stevia.
I bought some of that. Well, we had some of that stuff that starts with T. That's a
Truvia.
Yeah,
Well, it's the same thing as stevia.
that's awful.
Well, it depends on what flavor you get and how much you use.
Right.
It's just a tea bit, but I just didn't like the after effect of it.
Yeah, really, I don't get an aftertaste off of it.
Yeah.
I have some in here. Well, stevia.
And well, I'm just not meant to have it. So.
Well, they say the stevia, you can put a few drops on your tongue and it cuts the cravings, whether it's cigarettes, alcohol, or drugs. It helps with the cravings. So
Nice.
So are you non-smoker now?
working on it. Better.
You know what I always, my saying is to people, I don't care how many ads, I'm going to shuffle. I don't care how many ads you see on TV. I don't care how many people tell you. I don't care what you hear. It's like when I gave up drinking, I gave up because I wanted to. I gave up cigarette smoking because I had had enough. The more that people put you under pressure to give up cigarette smoking, the more, you know what, you have to do it when you are completely ready to do it.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Welcome to Norman Friends. You're on the air. Hello. What? I hit it. Welcome to Norman Friends. You're on the air. Nope. She was there. I was right. You were wrong.
Oh,
She's gone. I don't have her.
call
back,
back,
Mary.
Yeah,
Okay.
after,
Call us back,
when
Mary.
She calls back after you say hello. Just give it a second. She'll
Okay.
say hello back.
All right, but I don't care what you do. If you're not supposed to have something and you really, you know, you shouldn't do it, but you got to show her first. But I can't tell. I'm not going to go and say, you gotta give up this. Or you know what? You have to give it up when you're truly ready to.
Well, and
give it up.
that is the problem that I have with people who are recovering alcoholics, addicts of any type. You know, cigarettes, drugs, doesn't matter. Their first thing is to get in everybody's face and tell them they've got to do the same thing they did.
Yep, and that I actually I started that when first getting sober many years ago. Oh, I don't drink anymore, so you can't do it, or you can't. And you know what, people, you know, and I think the coldest people in the world are the so-called reformed alcoholics or recovery. They know it all. They have, well, we know this, especially in counseling. I'm not saying all of them, so I don't want to generalize it, but I will say that a lot of them that I've met and a lot of them I go to, folks, just because you gave up drinking, I don't know tomorrow. I may go out tomorrow. I don't want to, don't plan to, but you know what? You never know. It's like cigarette smoking. I did try one way. It was
Varies on
awful
wine,
taste.
too.
Okay.
Okay, we'll try this again. Welcome to Norman Friend. You're on the air. Nope.
Line 2.
Oh, this one. You push the button over there.
No.
Sorry. Say hi.
Hello, Mary. No.
It's chaos here today.
Oh, hang on there, Mary.
Everybody at once.
Hal, we'll call her back. Hey, Al.
Hey, no, I had to call you early to meet someone for dinner I used to work with. How you doing today?
Hey, we're doing pretty well.
Yeah, how's your show going?
We're having a good time. We're having a lot of
Don't know what that
fun.
was about, but hey.
You know, we're having a lot of fun here, but we get one phone call and then you call. So how are
Okay.
you doing?
Good. Well, I'm off if the Celtics win tonight. What do you think?
We gotta win.
Yeah, I know. Well,
You know.
there's some good hockey out there. Washington Capitals tied the series. Are they going to beat Pittsburgh? I have a feeling it's going to be Washington.
Yeah, I think so too. I think I really want to get rid of the Cavaliers.
Yeah, I think they're going to be in the finals.
You're right.
Yeah.
If you read the papers, they're not really they're not encouraging the Celtics at all. You know.
Well,
Yeah, they're all complaining about how bad the Celtics are and everything. You know what I'm saying?
how do you think we're going to play tonight? What do you see?
What is it? What
We're
you,
going to win.
I think we're going to go all the way as long as if the referees will be fair, but the referees are not fair. They really have it against the Celtics for some reason. Like that Wall guy was, and this other guy were making all kinds of bad mistakes on the Celtics, and they were getting away with it. And then they were beating the heck out of Isaiah Thomas, and the referees were looking the other way. But once the other people, they got calling the Celtics the dirty players, you know. So where you going to dinner? Yeah. So where you going to dinner, Al?
I'm in Bedford. Yeah.
Yeah. So where you going to dinner?
Anyway, no, so, do you think we'll see how the referee's going tonight? What do you think?
Oh, I think I'll put a holy dooey on them, so they'll have to call it to you.
Anyway, well, let's get into the weather. We're going to have some clouds today. There could be some breaks in the clouds. Any breaks in the clouds could allow some areas to drop into the 30s tonight. We could patchy frost, so the sky's partially clear. Tomorrow, some breaks of sun, otherwise mostly cloudy, green after an isolated shower. 50s tomorrow, and then the old now for Friday, we'll have a mostly cloudy sky, a few isolated showers, 50s, then a cloudy 50s Saturday, and we'll have a nor'easter Saturday night Sunday with heavy rains and strong gusty winds along the coast. Let's see, 1 to 2 inches of rain. Some areas in the world may get more than 2 inches, so the coastal storms are going to come up the coast. Heaviest rain Saturday night, Sunday morning. Rain may taper off before the Mother's Day afternoon is over, so you may only be in the 40s for at least the first half of Sunday, and temperatures may have trouble getting above 50 degrees on Mother's Day. So get ready for some heavy rain, heaviest Saturday night and Mother's Day morning go up.
All righty. Well, we both said there could be another big storm coming. Well, we didn't say it was snow, so I'm actually looking at one, maybe and another one coming like towards the end of May or the beginning of June, another big storm. Yeah.
So you see another rainstorm the end of May or beginning of June.
Yep. Mother Nature's really getting back at us for not being respectful.
Yeah, well, it's been cool for a while, so we'll see how long the cool weather is going to go until at least early next week.
Right. Yeah. So we'll make up for it. You know.
Well, we'll talk to you Sunday night. Have a good rest of the show.
Okay. Hey, have a good dinner, all right?
Bye, Al.
Yeah.
We'll
Bye-bye.
see you, Laurie. Norm. Have a good show. Take
Will do.
care.
Yeah. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Okay, we got that. So I can put that on Facebook.
Okay.
So that's a good thing. Mary, I apologize, Mary. Give us a call. Okay, it was Al Collins. So give us a call if you can. Or, I don't know. Are we allowed to dial out of here?
Yeah, he said call her back afterwards.
Oh, okay. What is,
No, I don't think you can call out. She'll
Oh.
call back.
Yeah, so
okay.
back.
Okay. So we're going to spread these out. I actually see you, Bob, in another relationship. It's going to be I'm not going to say it's going to be a hot Spitfire relationship, but it's going to be more of a compatible relationship for you. And I think you both will have a lot more. Sorry about that. You'll have a lot more in common with each other than what you have with a lot of other. And it's more serene. I don't know whatever that means, but only you will know. Okay?
It'll be good.
And it'll be peaceful. Okay. And she also is very in tune with the Indian medicine world. Okay. She makes moccasins and other stuff like that. She's got, and I'm looking at it a little stoutly, not real stoutly, not a 400-pound lady, but a little stocky, shall we say. I'm looking, but she's very severe, and she's going to be altogether someone that you would never think that you could connect with. Okay. However, I'll have to allow Spirit to work with it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have you take out 5 cards. Don't look at them. And with your left hand over the deck afterwards, make a wish for yourself. I am, sir. There's a male spirit that's bugging me. She's right there.
Normally I hear and see them too, but nothing tonight. It's all about you.
Yeah. Okay, with your left hand over there, think about something that you want for you. I don't want to know. Put your hand like this. Okay. Did you make your wish?
I got to make a wish?
Yeah, or think about something that you want to happen for you. I don't want to know. She doesn't want to know.
Oh,
That's
done.
Okay. You still got a lot more. Your journey for the next couple of months is still going to be really tough. Okay, but it's going to. But I do see a rainbow at the end of the tunnel. Okay, I do see a lot of more answers, more spiritual answers that are going to be coming for you. The answers, thank you. The more answers that I see, the more positive that you're going to have around you. Okay. However, you need to get something about your heart, your blood pressure. You need to keep that more under control.
Oh,
than you
that
have then.
under control.
Okay. And you drink a lot of water.
Yep.
Okay. You drink it with lemon or something else in it.
Usually by itself, sometimes with lemon and a shake I do every day.
Okay. And also it says that you need to eat more protein food.
That's the protein shake that I drink.
Okay. Because this is what the Spirit wants you to do.
Yep.
Okay. And he said there's a lot. Do you believe in miracles? This is what not
Yep.
in the Spirit. Okay. Because expect a miracle to happen with your hip and within your leg area. Okay, so expect where you're healing a lot better than most people will. So expect a miracle.
Definitely.
Okay. And also it says, do you ever go to a sweat lodge?
Okay. Oh, I was talking to Paul.
Oh,
Do you ever go to a sweat lodge? Okay, because you need to go back to one. Okay.
I'd love to go
And
to a
you
sweat
really
lodge.
need to cleanse your spirit.
Let me know.
When I go, and I'm not being a dirty woman, even though I like to be, but you have to go, with just a towel or naked, because your clothing that you're going is holding a lot of the energy back.
Most you don't go in naked, so
Yeah, so I'm just telling you what
some you do if it's all one
In
sex.
Arizona they do. But,
Well, in some places. Not in
My
others.
teachings don't allow that, so
I'm sorry?
my teachings don't allow or call for
But it
it.
also tells me that the next month you're going to meet a few more lady friends that you'll be comfortable with. And I'm not saying sexually driven or anything like that. I'm just saying spiritually and comfortably driven. Okay. You also have to open your heart up a little bit more to the spiritual, whatever that means. I don't know. Only you know. Stop blocking it. That could be where I'm getting all these messages to tell you to stop blocking. Let the spirit work with you. Don't.
Let me
be
get
afraid.
this. It might be Mary. Welcome to Norman Friends. You're on the air. Hello.
Hello. Oh, he's not there.
Right. I don't know what's going on with the phones today. You there? Nope. Now, if they are, I can't hear them. I don't know what's going on. Sorry, apparently the
Sorry about
phones
that,
are
Mary. We'll have
wonky
Paul
today.
come back in again. Yeah, both playing heck with us. Maybe it's the spirit again. But you're also going to stop blocking.
Yep.
You understand what I mean by that? Not be afraid to accept the challenge that the spirits are giving to you, okay? And remember this. You are not alone in your journey,
Oh, I know.
okay? And the area where you're living now, you're surely going to be moving from. You need to have your own peace, your own serenity, and having some, I don't know what this means, but you have a lot of people that become too dependent on you. They're not allowing you to grow spiritually. I'm just giving you, only the message. Okay, try it again.
Try again. Is it Norm's or yours?
Both of them are.
Welcome
to Norman Friends. You're on the air. See, it's not
Call
picking
out
up.
to you?
No,
Okay.
it's not picking up. Try yours.
Welcome to Norman Friends. How do you shut it off?
Same button. The one that says on off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what is going on with these phones
Wait till
today.
Paul comes back in, Mary. I guess we're going to call her. But open to more. Because one of the things it's telling you is to stop allowing people to
What the
do
heck?
that.
I don't know.
Stop allowing people to take advantage of you.
Mhm.
You understand what I mean by that? I don't, but you
That's
do.
fine.
Okay. And also, there's one flute that's going to be twice as long as that one
Yeah.
that you're going to be building.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's going to take a lot of oxygen to play it, which will be good for you because it'll give you like a good breathing exercise. Do you understand what I mean by that? I don't,
Yeah.
I don't
Well, it's
know.
for someone else. So.
No, okay. And I also will tell you that you're going to have a lot more success at the events that you're going to be going to. Okay, so don't be afraid to accept them. You're also going to be playing at 2 Indian funerals. Okay, so there it is. It could be within the next 4 months. So allow yourself to be the peacemaker, someone who's helping send someone over to the other side. Okay, because spiritually you have a lot of gifts, and it's time for Bob to start growing now. Okay, folks, I'm only a tool. I'm just giving out a message, right? In case of people watching. Definitely, here comes a lady friend. I don't see getting married, but I do see meeting someone that will be compatible for you. She actually, like I said, oh, you're going to be the cougar. She's going to be the follower. You know how they always say the woman's a cougar, right? But you're going to be the. But there's a lot of respect between the two of you. You're both going to be teaching each other to grow, both physically and spiritually. Whatever may happen, happens. Okay. But I also will tell you, expect to take a trip over to the Midwest, like to Wyoming or to Arizona. You're not afraid to travel, right? I think you're also going to be pretty awesome. And also, you have a wolf that guides you wherever you go. Okay? And you also have a bear that is there, too. You have a strong animal,
Animals,
guys around you. You can walk into a meadow where all the animals are going to, like want to almost like want to attack you like a little girl in the land, and you can, there'll be anybody who comes into your area where these animals are. I haven't seen this done in a long time. These wild animals will protect you through the spiritual world. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I also will tell you that your son has got a complete healing coming, but he has to allow it to happen. Okay? He tries too hard to get healed too quickly. He needs to take the time.
Exactly.
Okay. I also will tell you, whatever this means, financially, don't worry, you're going to be okay.
I know. Just hard to accept sometimes.
Yeah. I also will it could be within the next 2 years, 2 months. I'm not going to put a time limit on, but I'm looking at, you're going to be meeting this woman. You could be meeting her in a powwow or whatever. Like I said, she makes her own moccasins. She doesn't she does the old-fashioned Indian tradition. Her own beading, her own, what do they call it thing there?
Breastplates.
Right, and all that. She's going to be doing all that, and she's not only going to teach it, she lives by it.
Yeah.
Okay? Which is, in fact, you may already know her. She doesn't like people who are not real. Okay? And this is where when you're gonna stand out, because you two are gonna be seeing a lot of people who are not real. You're gonna almost have that disgusted look. You can't help. You don't hide your emotions very well when you see things that are not real. You don't say a lot, but your facial manners can really tell a big story.
Yep.
Okay? Does
And
that
give
make
it
sense?
away when I think someone's full of it.
All
You
right.
can tell.
Oh, yeah. Boy, you've been through a lot, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
You know you died on the operating table and came back to life?
That doesn't surprise me.
Show me right here. Yeah, chicken. All right, I'll tell them that way.
Might have been
The
when I
chicken.
woke up and told them they were making too much noise.
Could be. Because you were in the OR there, and all of a sudden, you would get ready to cross over, and all of a sudden you weren't ready to go, and you fought all the way. Okay. Has your dad passed?
Pardon?
Your
No,
dad?
he hasn't. No.
Is he as old as your mother?
It's a year younger
He's pretty healthy.
so far. You know,
He's the one I'm seeing there.
they're both getting older and aren't
Yeah,
doing the
so,
greatest, but
yeah.
I mean,
They do what they can do.
they square dance a couple nights a week. And
I'm actually seeing him having a massive heart problem.
could be.
And,
He's already had a bypass, so
Yeah, so that's what I'm looking at. And I'm actually having a massive massive heart
yeah,
problem.
that's a possibility.
And I actually see him possibly going into a coma. However, he does not want to be resuscitated. Let him go peacefully. You have to have the power to do that. Okay, you're the one who's gonna. I hope I'm wrong, but you have to be the one to say. Okay,
When he did before, he talked to me from the hospital. He was in Texas. I was in New Hampshire. He told me about the conversation. He thought it was a dream, but it's okay.
and that's okay. Okay, is he in Texas now?
Oh yeah, still is.
Are you from Texas?
No.
Oh.
They met in Texas when he was stationed there in the Air Force.
You may have to fly down there. You're not afraid of flying, are you?
I don't know, my arms get sore though.
I know. The wings would get kind of heavy. You got a few more. You got a lot of decisions to make. Do you want to continue? Do you want New Hampshire as a home base, or do you want to move out of the area altogether? I think one of the reasons I'm seeing a lot of restlessness coming around you that can make it really. You have restless feet, okay, and you're always. Remember how we talked about you being the girl
Yeah.
climbing up the mountain, and this is what I'm looking at when you having to go up the mountain, trying to climb that mountain, and I really don't want you to hit the top of the mountain, because that means that your journey would be complete.
Journey's over, yep.
Yep. Okay. You're like a shepherd that's leading the flock with your flutes and stuff. You actually played the flute in your past life, so this is just picking up the way you left off. Any of this makes sense to you?
No, sounds good to me. I do see the woman coming soon. Yeah,
And believe me, she's not anything that you would ever expect that you would go out with.
you'll finally be really happy. And I shouldn't say that because I don't really know you. You might have been happy in the past, but that's just what I'm hearing.
And see, people, the sad part with a lot of people, they want to go out the most gorgeous girls or the most gorgeous guys like myself, and then
There's no
part-
competition to you. So
I know. But if they
Bob and I are out of luck.
Yeah, but if they look into the heart, if they truly look into the heart instead of looking at the, because a lot of the most beautiful girls are very lonely, because they have all this glamour that they have to keep up and all this. But if people truly look into the heart of each other, would that stop a lot of the violence?
Oh, well, absolutely.
Oh, but, you don't want any more children, do you?
Oh, heck no.
Be very, very careful.
Well, it'd have to be the Immaculate Conception.
That does happen. Beat the drum slowly. Beat the drum slowly. Not looking either way. Beat the drum slowly. Beat the drum slowly. For you, my young child, have come a long way. For you, my child, have the inner peace of love and understanding. Beat the drum slowly so that you may grow and understand the peace and love that I have given to you. For if you think you have not earned them, then shame on you. Or if you think you have not earned them, shame on you. but beat more. Beat the drum slowly, and we will give you what you deserve and what you have earned. Not necessarily what you want,
Right.
but what you need and what you have earned. And go in peace. I do get a lot of strange messages like that with people.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'll trade you.
Mary, try to call it.
She,
Call back up
somebody's
here.
gonna
I
do a
know, it's too
text.
bad the phone's not working.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know what's going on with the phone. But
I was
she,
hoping somebody called in and, encourage
Okay.
us
She's
to.
just not calling back.
no, she tried while you were gone, and we tried to answer, and nothing happened.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try calling on my phone right now.
All right.
We'll see what happens. Why don't you ask your spirits to help the phone work?
Yeah.
Well, they're the ones probably messing it up.
And I had to talk to you. Okay. There. He went up there. It's like a little black dot. That's what the spirits look like with me. And I'm excited. I was told that I'm going to be on the learning queue in the fall.
Very good.
So that's pretty cool.
Excellent.
Yep, so, I don't know, like what you were saying, how, when I asked you for me at the VFW,
Mm-hmm.
I think you're the same way. I have a hard time accepting compliments. And I'm very blessed to have a large following. People always tell me, and isn't that part of being a spiritual reader, that we don't allow our egos to get in the way of what we're
Well,
supposed
that's
to be
just
doing.
it, and you can't.
Do you want me to
'Cause
try to
once
answer
you
it?
do-
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Welcome to Norman Friends. You're on the air.
It works.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear. Oh, but there's some kind of background noise.
Yeah, that was just because
Okay.
I'm sitting back here, but yeah, my call went through. So
Okay.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know
Yeah.
what happened earlier.
Okay. Well, Mary, if you get a chance, give us a call. We apologize for any
Yeah, that was strange.
miscommunication. I know maybe my hot energy was messing up the phone.
It could be.
That could have been it.
Well, I think you just needed to finish your message.
I know what would fix it. I need to take my fuzzy G-string off.
I
There
think
you
you
go.
should.
There.
Obviously.
How about a song instead?
If I do, Norm has to put it on.
Okay. He's been harassing you for years that I know of.
Oh, definitely.
So
How about a song instead?
Well, you can't keep postponing it, Norm.
We'll do it later. This is, what did you call it? A family show. Right? Very
That was
good. Now you can do
beautiful.
the
Nice, quick and short. Okay, time to take off the G-string.
Okay, here we go.
Maybe.
There we go, folks. Here we
So
go.
now you gotta wear Bob's fuzzy G-string because you caused all that chaos.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna try this again.
Yeah, you might have to put it on for him. The
Yeah,
safety
okay,
pin's
hang
kind
on.
of bunged up. But
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, Mary.
Hey, Mary.
That's cool.
Mary, you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Yay! Finally.
I know.
Hey, how we
I'm
doing,
using my
Mary?
cell phone.
Hey, I'm getting a G-string put on, Mary.
Oh my
Fuzzy
God.
one at
That
that.
fuzzy one that Bob, I think, kidding around on.
And
And he called
boy,
my
that's
bluff.
got a lot of bling on that
Yeah,
G.
see? All right. I'm going to win this all the time. But,
time.
so how you feeling, Mary?
I'm feeling pretty good.
That's good. You know,
Yeah.
how can you see us? Okay.
Yeah, I can see that. He's putting putting on your pocket.
Yeah, that's a G string.
It's a fuzzy G string.
Yes.
Yeah, where'd you get that? That's cool. Okay. You gotta be embarrassing there for a second. You know that, right? Like, oh God, he's really not gonna do that. You know?
I achieved success.
I should know better. You know. But how do you like the flute there, Mary?
It's nice. It really is.
We're going to be having a silent auction on that, which will go to the highest bidder. If you can make it to Gaucho's on
The
the
24th.
24th. Okay? We're not. It's going to be from 5 to 10. You and I are not going to be there yet. We're going to be there
After the show.
afterwards, but we'll be there. If you can make it, bother you.
Yeah, 6:30ish or so we'll be
Yeah,
there.
we'll see. Yeah, between 6 and 6:30, and it's going to be good food. We're going to have some raffles going on there, and I made you a live galley.
Gallery?
Gallery, is that what they call it? Gallery or gallery, whatever.
Gallery's a
you know.
kitchen, so
Yeah,
gallery
yeah.
would be.
Well, I made tips of people out of their chair or something like that.
I wouldn't do that.
Oh?
You want to raise money, not get sued.
Oh, okay. Well, the retro. But the trouble is, folks, you still have to pay. I would recommend you park in the parking garage because I don't know when it starts, nothing like that. But how are you? But Mary, one of the things I'm looking at you, I see you meeting some old people that you haven't seen in a long time.
I just met somebody yesterday I haven't seen in quite a while.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's another, and there's someone, you're going to get, I don't know, there's someone that is related to you, another young person that you're going to need to help send over to the other side.
Yeah, I found that out. I was looking for my nephew for, I can't tell you how many years. I found his sister and his mother.
Oh.
And I found out that Joe Jr. had passed away.
Oh, so then you have to spiritually send, even, but people don't realize even when they pass away, sometimes we still have to send them over.
Right, sometimes
people.
they're hung up.
Do you like my kitty cat, my doggy?
I know, it's cute.
Nuisance and bossy.
That is really cute.
Yeah. Well, Kate, how do you pronounce the last name?
McCurdy.
McCurdy gave them to me for start our new venture that we have going.
Yeah.
And so I think those are pretty cute. One of the things I'm also looking at with you, Mary, there's something about your kidney. I see a lot more healing come into your kidney area.
Yeah.
Okay. You sound like you're feeling a lot better.
I am. I'm feeling very good. I get very tired.
Yeah.
I don't do, walk around or go shopping, and I get tired easy.
Yeah.
But I know what that's from. That's from the sugar.
Right.
Folks,
I'm talking with Cruising with Mary LeMay, Cruising with Mary, who's on channel 23. She does her taping on Tuesdays at 1:30 p.m. And Mom, would you be interested in going on our show sometime?
Possibly. See what the schedule
Right, you check
holds
the
in
schedules
store.
out, And how's the show going, Mary?
good. I had Pauline on yesterday.
She's a great lady.
And, yeah. And she might come on next week if she's got time in between
Uh-huh.
and everything. And then I have Easter seals coming on the end of the week. Not 2 weeks I have Easter seals.
All right. So you're getting, by the way, you are getting recognized, just to let you know.
Yeah, a couple of people, we had stopped in it was up in Hooks at a restaurant up there, up the Tuckers, and a guy came over to him and his wife, and they live in Maine so they can pick it up. He says, "You're cruising with Mary?" I says, "Yes, I am."
Nice.
Pretty
So
cool,
they
isn't
saw
it?
the show.
Very nice.
Yeah. It's pretty cool that when they people recognize you,
Yeah, it's nice.
Right.
But I'm enjoying myself. I really am.
Mary, you know what? You sound, from a year to now, you sound the best that I've heard you sound in a long, long time.
I'm feeling very good.
Right.
Like I said, when I walk around, that's when I get tired easy.
Right.
But otherwise, I feel good.
Don't you think your show is helping you too? It gives you something to look forward to.
Yeah.
you know.
It is.
So I think
Yeah.
that's a good thing, you know. And
Yeah.
now we got to hook you up with some hot-looking person so that you can have more, so you won't be alone.
Yeah, I know. About 2 weeks ago, I had to laugh. This man comes up to me and he says, "You're cruising with Mary." And I said, "Yes, I am. You got a beautiful Cadillac there." I said, "Thank you."
Yeah.
And he says, "Maybe we can be friends."
Nothing wrong with having friends. One thing about that's what I love about this station is that it's amazing how many people that watch these shows. They may not always call in, and that's okay. Like them
Yeah.
to, but that's okay. But one thing about you, Mary, is that you're not political, and I think we need more of that. Not political, not
Yes.
religious,
No,
more like what we're
no.
doing. You know, bringing an added flavor to, if you might want to see that. You know.
Yeah.
And then we got to get you in on our show again soon. And
Yep.
come in and talk about your show.
You guys can come on anytime you got a free time. You guys can come on anytime.
There we go. Okay?
Everybody doesn't know that, but everybody is welcome. I don't care who you are, green, purple, yellow, green. It doesn't matter. It's the only thing I ask. Don't swear.
There
That's
you
all
go.
I
Oh,
ask.
they'll shut you off.
Everybody's welcome.
You know, yeah, and I understand. I hear you. You know, but anyways, man, we'll let you go. Thank you for calling in. Have a great day.
And you too. God
Bye
bless.
bye. Yeah,
Bye,
bye bye.
Mary.
Bye-bye.
That sounded clearer than it has in a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. That was good.
I want to do a reading on what I see for New Hampshire. You want to shuffle them for me?
I can shuffle for you.
You mind if I see what's going on for New Hampshire the next
Go
2
for it.
years? Okay. One thing I will tell you that, folks, there's a lot of shakeup coming on in the head departments of all the state, as you already see, when the mental health is a disgrace, the HUD is a disgrace, and you may not like what's going on with it up in Concord, but you know what, it's time for people to start realizing. And in New Hampshire, weather-wise, as Al said, we got a northeaster coming.
Nor'easter coming, yeah.
Nor'easter. I think that's funny, nor'easter. I love the word. And I went out to breakfast, and this guy ordered. You know how I feel about people having beans, right? This guy ordered a big bowl of beans with 2 eggs, and he put it together.
Oh, that sounds yummy.
Oh,
Sounds great.
Yeah.
my God! And then he put ketchup on it.
See,
Well, you could do without the ketchup.
Yeah, I would have drawn the line.
And I'm looking at him, and I'm going, ooh, he said, it is so good. I thought, enjoy.
I bet it was delicious. It
Oh.
sounds yummy.
Oh. Well, I guess everybody has their own. Then I have my friend Sue, her father-in-law passed away. She makes me homemade Italian soup, all kinds of different homemade soup. And then Tammy Williams brought over, they're in competition with each other, I think that's, brought over some homemade corn chowder. It was so good. I thought of you when I was eating it.
Yeah.
But I don't. Can you have? You can't have it, right?
I can have anything.
Oh, you can have that. Oh, I thought you were doing a cleansing or whatever.
Well, I am. I'm on a detox. Yeah, I'm always on a detox.
Okay. Next time they make some, we'll make sure. Do you like homemade corn chowder?
Love it. Haven't made it in a while, though.
Well, I'll have to tell you, I enjoyed it. Scott and I both.
Should you have had it though?
Huh?
Corn that turns to a lot of sugar. Should you have been eating that?
Yeah.
Corn chowder or?
Yeah, but corn in general.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It
Yeah, but I
doesn't
don't
make
care.
clam
It was
chowder.
so
Corn chowder's good.
good.
But
I enjoyed it.
I love them both. So
Right.
And I love clam chowder. Scott made the most awesome fish chowder. Maybe a little junk because it was so good. That was mine, you know. And, but maybe that's what we could have in the next event. Different, maybe like fish chowder. Or
I
something like that.
I wouldn't.
Go that
Anything
way.
that has a heavy scent,
Yeah.
you don't want.
No, okay. But anyway, so, folks, tell us what you have, or a good recipe that I'd be willing to listen to somebody talking about a good recipe, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah.
You know,
it's always a
a
good
good
thing.
recipe like I don't know, asparagus or whatever, or maybe poo-poo on a poo-poo platter, or maybe dog poo-poo or something
Or
like
dessert.
that. Maybe they could deep fry it or whatever. But anyway, oh, speaking of that, I was so upset yesterday. This woman, nice jacket on, a nice shirt, walking her dog, and I'm watching her, and she's allowing the dog to do the dog duty, and I don't think she spotted me. I never saw anybody take off so fast. Folks, you got a dog, they're going to make a mess. Pick it up.
Right, clean up after your
You know.
pet.
And it isn't the dog's fault.
No,
No.
they're just doing what comes
Got to be
natural.
responsible.
Yeah. And, just pick it up.
Right. No,
People don't want to walk in it.
right, then people don't want to look at it
No.
either.
I think the most discouraging was one day I was standing at the park and this police officer was here and I said, look at that. He goes, what are you going to do? And walked away. So, and then and these people who talk on the phone while they're driving, they know it's against the law, Why have the law?
Well, because when they get in an accident, then they get extra, against them.
But it's even worse when you see the police doing it.
Yeah. Well,
Isn't
they can
it?
do it because they're above the law. Or it could be, it's considered an emergency. Because I complained about it one day.
Well, that
Well, they're
depends-
just checking to see if the coffee's ready yet.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
depends on the situation.
But you see it all the time on the street I live. And that's a busy little street.
It
I
is a
mean,
busy little street.
I'm amazed that people haven't gotten hit by a car. And yet, and I'm not going to always blame the drive because the kids that crossed, like the other day, there's two kids grown up, and there was this car coming this way and one going this way. They literally had to slow on the I said, get out of the road, you two. And they gave me the finger. And they were like teenagers, If you get hit, you know what? And the sad part is the driver is going to be held accountable.
Not necessarily. It depends on the situation, but
Well,
I
people,
think that's
like
what
there
they're
was
hoping.
one time there was, I think I told you, where the 7-Eleven is, right? And there was this mother with two children, and the fire truck was screaming down there, and I said, hold your kids back. And she let them go. They missed hitting that kid by just that much. I said, I said, lady, you could have lost that child. She said, I could have sued him. I said, no, you couldn't because you wouldn't have won. I said, all I'm asking folks, and I'm not saying all of them, I'm not blaming all of them, there's a lot of that's hurt, but please, anybody who's crossing the street, and I have never tell you what I'm guilty about, I'm not going to say I'm perfect, but please, please look before you cross. It doesn't take that long.
well, but I know a woman that she was just so selfish that she would walk out in front of you. They have to stop. Well, you know what?
No,
when
they
you're
don't.
dead, what difference is
Some
that going to
people are
make?
like that.
Yeah,
And if
she
you're
was extremely
jaywalking, if you're
selfish.
not walking the crosswalk, then it's the pedestrian's responsibility. But you have to be in the...
I got close to getting rear-ended today because I stopped for someone in the crosswalk. Sort of like, well, it's the law. You got to stop.
Yeah.
Down here, remember, how many times have we seen people
Yeah.
jaywalk? I got caught 3 times jaywalking by the same cop, and I said, wait a minute, this guy targeting me. But still, it's my fault, And that's a place on Granite Street that takes forever and a day to cross. Mary made a very good point when you do cross. And I gotta give Mary credit for that, by
Hang
golly.
on the desk.
Huh? Oh, yeah, that's right. And she was talking about people, the lights do not stay long enough for someone who has a walker or maybe a wheelchair or whatever. You have like 3 seconds to get across.
Yeah, but if you're in the crosswalk, people have to wait. Supposed to wait,
Yeah,
should say.
thank you. That's all that. And, but folks, please, through the holidays, whatever, if you're going to cross, please do it as a crosswalk. And I'll tell you what, I have to practice when I preach on that too. My dog, I have to. A lot of times I'll be starting to take my dog across, and there'll be nobody there. I'll let them. And people don't want to stop. Many times I've literally had to jump back onto the sidewalk because I don't want my dog to get hit. I'm like, my beautiful body, of course. I'm too gorgeous for that.
Well, I think the point here is that everybody needs to take some
responsibility.
responsibility and be courteous of the other person. I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't take more than a few seconds out of your day.
To pick up a dog mess, to let someone cross the street, whatever. Have a
Right.
little courtesy,
right.
respect.
Because that's how you change the world. All these people complaining about the world and how it's so terrible. Well, those little things, that's what changes the world.
I have made, with my daughter-in-law and I have come to the conclusion that when we go grocery shopping, I'm going to give her the money and the stuff, and I'm going to stay out of the way because I complain all the time.
I find that hard to believe.
And two things: smile, greet people with a smile. That doesn't hurt.
Right.
Okay, and I know, but so it's easier for me to just walk away and not say anything. I went to I ordered online from a local restaurant, and I went by the price that they had on their website, and I checked it all out, and I went with it, and also I got my bill. Each item was $5 more than what it was, and I find it interesting that I made a complaint about it, on their website or whatever, and also so I call them, and all of a sudden I see the new website is on there with a new post on it, and he's trying to tell me that, oh no, this has been up there all the time. I go, no. I said, that's why I ordered it. I'm not going to mention the name because I told him because we got it rectified, well, almost rectified. And but I will say that he was semi-polite. And my pet peeve is, I don't know about you, when either a waitress or somebody, like they come to your table or when they take an order on, is there anything else? Is there anything else? Nothing disturbs me any worse. I don't know about you. Do you ever order from a restaurant from the phone?
Not very often, but why would it bother you if they ask if you want anything
They just
else?
want to make sure you got everything
Right.
you
Oh, that
wanted.
is so,
They're
to me,
just-
that's so irritating.
No, they're just trying to be thorough.
No, it sounds like they're trying to rush you off.
Well, they have to get off the phone and get it ready for you.
And I say to them, let me finish, please, because like I say, I'll have an order of fried clip. Anything else? I'll have anything else, and So finally I said to the lady, please, just allow me to finish, because the more you say anything else, the longer it's going to take for me to put my order in. It's just my own pet peeve. Or did you find everything you need at a shopping store? Those are my these are my pet peeves. Anybody else can have their own pet peeves and all that, but that's me. And if anybody else wants to, and I don't blame, I believe that. Or when you go to pay a bill, do you want your change, man? And my feelings are, I'm not a spouting off mood, am I?
Apparently.
Well, you know what? If I'm going to tip you, don't ask me if you want your, especially if I give you $40 and the bill is like $20. Am I going to give that? But just be considerate, and I will be too. I'm learning a lot of lessons in life because I am as you know, Bob, I'm very impatient at times. But just let us order without always repeating anything else, especially someone like me.
Well, sometimes it's the tone of voice, too.
Yeah, there you go. I realize that your waitress or your waiter or whomever, the wait staff person can be really busy, but you know what? Please, when you're old like I am, it takes a while. But let us order and we'll get it done quicker. After all that complaining and bitching, Bob, you get to play another song.
Well, we'll see if we can get something out of it.
That's a lot of bitching, huh?
It was.
At least that's what's good about that show. And I did mention it.
That was gorgeous. That was beautiful.
Something a little different. Haven't heard that one before. Never know what's going to come
Wow,
out.
yeah. That was gorgeous. That was beautiful.
So we made him blush enough today?
I don't know. Can you make him blush some more? That's funny.
I don't know. He's just about the color of his tie. So.
He was. That was hysterically funny. He had to take a moment.
Told you I upgraded a little bit.
Yeah.
I saw that earlier today, and I said, "Oh, I got to change everything now." So like, but it's worth it.
Well, you finally got him. You did as he asked. You wore a fuzzy G-string.
Yep, I fulfilled the
You
request.
took it off on air just like he asked, and you gave it to him.
There you
Everything
go.
he asked for. I mean, what a good friend, really.
And a laugh too. That's even the best part.
So when is this powwow you're doing?
I do it next month in June. I think it's around the 17th usually, down at La Salette Shrine in Attleboro, Mass. It's the longest running powwow. It's been over 50 years, I
Wow.
think, or close to 50.
It's amazing.
So quite a big event.
Nice. I've never been to one. I would like to go to one. A powwow.
Well, they had one when I was living in Laconia about 30, oh my God, I could hear 30 years in Manchester,
Yeah.
so about 35 years ago, they had one in Laconia at the Sacred Heart Church. It was pretty darn interesting. There were a lot of people. I left the Lehigh because of the dishonesty that was going on in there. If you got to run a group, you can't be dishonest. You got to. Because they didn't collect enough money, they were having a food basket raffle to raffle off, and I said, you know what, you got to go through with it. If you lose money, that's not their problem, you know. So once again, we're going to be at Gaucho's on May 24th to raise money or just to get to know each other. If we make $200, I'll be happy. You know?
Well, it is to raise money.
Well,
That's
yeah,
the point. We want to get the foundation, the Healing Paws Foundation, up and running,
Yeah.
and we need everyone's donations to do
Come
that.
and
So
join, you know.
this
And
is a fun way to do it.
To give an understanding, what we are all about is like we could take Bob's new girlfriend, could take him to one of our veterinarians, and we could pay by his rabies shots and his neutering or whatever it be.
So
Yeah,
you're
well, I
going to
might
make an
need one,
exception
you
for
know.
him? You're going to make an exception for Bob because we don't do rabies or neutering.
Oh, we'll make an exception for him.
Okay, because he's
Okay.
two-legged instead of four.
Yeah, okay.
Don't want me running around rabid.
No, but actually, in all seriousness, folks, we know that if you don't have the money and you're a cat or a dog or snake, rabbit, whatever, we know that if you can't afford it, unfortunately, the vets are not going to. I'm not saying all, but I'm sure there's some out there that will. And I also know there are a lot of organizations that will also work working with the animals as well. But am I unique? Am I going to be different? No. Am I just going to take care? The thing is, I want to do it for this area around here, you know. But there's a difference also. The veterinarian has to call us.
Right. Because unfortunately, there's dishonest people out there. So
Oh, you did do this, didn't
Yeah,
you?
I
Okay.
shook
Take
them
out like
there.
7 cards.
7.
No, it'll be nice to be able to have that available for people
Yeah.
that need treatment for their animals that can't afford it on their own. It'll be awesome to have that available.
Right, because nothing's worse than having to choose between saving your animal's life
And going without
or,
groceries.
or putting it down
that
because
They don't have the money.
because
I'll go
you
without.
know.
Because people
Right, 'cause
will go
Oh, yeah.
without food in order to take care of their animal. And I mean, it's a way I think you would be too.
Oh yeah,
You know, as much as I like to eat, but you know,
but our 4-leggeds, I mean, they
my
mean the
my
world to
little
us.
girl, Chicky, loves it when Bob comes in. She's all excited all over their little tail. I think she's a little slut, you know, to be. You know,
You know,
but
she
she
knows a
just
good-looking
loves it,
guy when
right?
she sees one.
likes coming in there too. We got New Hampshire and the New England area has got a lot more. I hate to use the word catastrophe.
Well, we have decisions to make. That's what I
Okay,
get
yeah.
from that. There's
Yeah, okay.
decisions
There are
that
a lot
have
of
to be
big,
made by the collective.
You're right. And it's not just the governor, it's by everybody. you
Right.
know.
We have to
Uh,
decide.
The sad part is the governor's council, who is supposed to be protecting the consumer, and like when the mental health director, where was this, the executive council on that when they just fired somebody? Well, you have to protect the consumer, you have to protect the people. However, I will tell you that New Hampshire is probably one of the most sacred areas that we've been protected compared to a lot of other states. Would you agree with that? Would you agree? You know,
I do.
we haven't had a lot of big forest fires. We haven't had a lot of tornadoes. But guess what, folks? You heard Al. Well, who would expect that? You have a northeasterner
In May.
in May here. You know, I keep seeing something about snow, but the rain will feel like snow. Okay.
Well, there was snow up north this
Really?
morning.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And there's going to be, and you know what scares the hell out of me? Is the shooting and the violence is going to get even worse.
Well, people are afraid, so you know, and
Yeah.
that's where the collective making these
Yeah.
important decisions comes in. We have to decide how we want to live and how we want to be. I mean,
And-
do we want to be the Walking Dead, or
Yeah,
do we
yeah.
want to be people that live
Yeah.
together and work together?
A man was sitting in his car and got stabbed like a week ago. You know, folks, drugs are no answer. You know, gangs are no answer. You know what the answer is? You yourself, and may take one at a time. And I'm looking at now. Look at that. We got the next 18 months. We've got a lot of changes that are going to be happening. We're not going to like them all. I am concerned about some of the loss that the benefits that some of the people are going to be getting, because that's not fair to a lot of the people who are trying hard to be successful. You know, but you got to remember too, Spirit puts everybody in office, whether it's the president, whether it's the governor. They allow us to think we did it, but
Well,
We
Spirit
have
responds to the collective consciousness. So if we don't like what we're seeing,
change it.
we have to change the collective consciousness.
and I think that the biggest problem is that with people is that they complain, but they re-elect.
Well, they don't do anything
No.
about it.
Yeah,
They just want to
that's
run
what
their
I'm saying,
mouths.
yeah.
So you got to get out and be part of the solution.
Glenn will be interested in this one. There's a big, big shakeup coming in this city. When I say there's a big shakeup, trust me, there are really a lot of people who are in high power and going to have their heads are going to be rolling. Same way with a lot of cities and towns.
I think that's going to happen all across the country
It
because
really is.
the people, are tired of their crap.
Tired of what's
Yeah.
been going on.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Protesting and rioting. I mean, protest, that's
Protest
great.
is
but
great.
don't block the
Rioting's
traffic.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Don't block the traffic. Don't block.
Right, because that doesn't
whatever.
get your point across. That just
No.
makes you look like a
Idiot.
jerk.
Yeah.
I
There was
couldn't
a baby
stop
that was on
myself.
our way to the hospital, and the baby died because it couldn't get through. That's pretty
See,
sad.
that's horrible.
Yeah,
And
no.
whatever you're protesting wasn't worth that child's life.
No.
So protest, yes, but do it peacefully. Do it, respectfully.
Make sure you know what you're protesting about. Don't just protest because, everybody else, Bob's going to protest with his G-string. Well, I got now, but Bob's going to protest, or Lauren's going to protest because the Spirit told her she couldn't do something just right. If you know what like you just said, I'm all for protesting. I was in the protest with the Vietnam War. I was one of the protesters. I was one of the protesters when a nuclear power plant was being built. And I paid a lot of money for it, But, just make sure. We didn't create riots. We didn't have to.
Right. Riots just totally negate your point.
Right.
They make you look like a jerk. They make you look like you're an idiot and a spoiled child.
Mm-hmm.
They totally make any point you have invalid. So rioting is just
Willful destruction of property.
stupid way to go.
Just
Everybody says they need to be arrested, but how can you? Half the people that are protesting, 9 out of 10 don't have any money to begin one.
Well,
And
no, I mean, I don't know, but I think the thing is,
I don't mean. I mean
you can't arrest your.
a rioting. I don't.
Right.
The destruction of property.
Right.
Okay. When people get killed, you're not accomplishing anything.
Right.
When you see police officers getting killed, that bothers me the most. And innocent people that are getting killed, that bothers me. And I also will tell you, one of the things that you and I have often talked about, Lori, is love.
Right, and that's what it takes to heal
Yep.
everything
Yep.
is love.
Love. And here it is. The leaders, and I don't mean just the president, okay? I
No,
mean
all
the
of
leaders
them.
of the world.
All of them.
There's a lot of people that are crashing down. There's a lot of illegal things going on. Like, people, if you you can hate Trump. That's okay. You
No,
can
hate is not okay.
Well, I
you
mean,
can dislike
you can dislike
him.
what he's doing
you
or whatever.
Right.
But-
you don't have to. You don't have. But hate is not an option.
Too strong a word. Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad you corrected me on that. But you don't have to agree with Trump. You know a lot of things with Trump, and I've been a Trump man. But there's a lot of things
Which
about
I
Trump
totally
that I don't
understand.
like. But you know what? We're going to go on. We're going to all work together and change things for the positive. You know what I mean? And,
But if we have to work together.
yeah. Love, creation of love.
Sorry, Mike.
Mike's working, so I can
Yeah.
get away with it. Also, out of all this glimmer, 6 years after, after all the next 18 months and all this disaster, I'm also concerned we don't have to like our president, but it doesn't solve anything by assassinating him.
Yeah, but I've seen that in the cards, and
Yeah.
that scares me.
Yeah, and it doesn't
Because where does
prove
it stop?
Yeah, and I'm in favor of universal medicine.
Yes.
I am, that way nobody gets into it. But I also will tell you,
People shouldn't
at
have
the
to lose their
northern
lives.
area, is there a Berlin, New Hampshire?
Yes.
Okay, 'cause I've seen a Berlin. I'm in the Berlin, New Hampshire, Littleton, Littleton, and all these little small towns. I'm seeing a lot of brush fires, forest fires. I really am.
New Hampshire's not exempt, and people
Nope.
need to understand that. These natural
And
disasters
one of the
can hit
biggest
us
fires is going to be started by some idiot smoking a cigarette or callously having a campfire, and because it's going to spread. Folks, do me a favor, prove me wrong.
But that is how most big forest
Yeah.
or most forest
Look at
fires start,
California,
is somebody being careless. You've got to be careful. You have to
yeah.
be smart.
Where my son lives, the guys next door left a cigarette going, and they burned the house down. Luckily, my son and the other people didn't. Okay, but folks, drought, absolutely. They think that this rain, it's gonna rain so hard that it really isn't going to do any
Actually,
good.
it's brought us out of the drought
Right.
for
But the
now.
northeasterner is not going to.
But
it's
right,
gonna be
that
too
doesn't mean we
hard.
can't go back into the
Yeah,
drought.
I actually see gardens prospering this year around the area. But my main concern is up in the northern area. My main concern is the big fires. I'm looking at the White Mountains. Where's that located? I mean, obviously they're White Mountain. They're in the, where's the area for that?
Well, what do you mean, Conway,
Littleton.
Littleton,
All that, okay.
Franconia? I mean, that's
Is that
all
where
up
the
there.
flume is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is where the flume. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not wrong, so I'm still
He grew up
learning.
in New Hampshire.
Yeah. Yeah, but I've never been up.
He
in
hasn't
the
grown
north.
up yet. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
you're right. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Haven't grown up yet.
That's it. I've never been up northern part and all that. Boy, yeah, the spirit's active. I actually had one set on my hand.
Just for you today.
Yeah.
They got something important
Yeah.
they trying to tell
That's
you.
maybe what it is. Okay, but I want each and every one of you to understand this. I love New Hampshire. I love Manchester. My dream. I will continue to fight for the betterment of the state. I will continue to fight for, like you will, for the state of New Hampshire environment. Period. I will continue. One of the things that I am also seeing. One of the things that I am seeing, love.
Right. That's some.
Love.
But see, that just shows that love is the answer, and love can make a difference. And people think, oh, that's so pie in the sky, but it's really not. It starts with loving yourself,
Right.
and then it extends out.
What do you think? What do you feel about with the environment and all that?
Hard to say. A lot of changes. Not looking good. We've done so much damage to some areas that Mother Nature's going to strike back.
She's tired, or Mother Nature tired, and saying, or he or she, whatever. Nature, land, the exhibits of Mother Nature, I think it sounds better too. They're so tired. Well, you think a mother gives birth to children, so why is a mother giving birth to life on the earth? You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right. That's why they call her.
She's tired. There's a statue. I don't know if you've ever seen it down at Hampton Beach. There's a woman that's looking out at the ocean, and I've literally been down there many times, and I've literally seen the tears flowing out of the statue.
Well, I mean, just it's like any other parent. You know, you just get to a point where your brat children need to be corrected, and you've had enough. And Mother Earth is getting there. She's had enough with us. We're petulant. We're selfish. We're greedy. We're destructive. We need to be all put in a timeout and corrected. And she's going to do it, and we're not going to like it.
But I'm also going to tell you, the stock market is going to fall big time. There's going to be a lot. It's almost like, what, the 1920 or 30? What year was it?
20s.
You know my years.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at it, and I think you might even agree with me. And it's not that far away.
No, I thought it was going to happen before now. I'm
looking
surprised.
at one of the next 4 years, maybe 5. I mean, it's going to come.
I think it'll happen. I thought it would happen this year.
Yeah.
And so
And out of that, though, one thing I will tell you, folks, with all the destruction that I'm seeing, so we'll give you hope and we'll give you peace and understanding and more G-strings when the fuzziness, but we'll give you. But out of all that, prosperity will happen. Prosperity will happen. People are going to need new homes, right? People are going to need, they're going to make nails to put into the building. They're going to need all the other stuff. And people are going to need all this. It will prosper. Unfortunately, it's going to take all this disaster, all this burning and all this people, and unfortunately, a lot of lives are going to be killed.
But isn't it
especially
sad
wildlife.
that we haven't learned from this?
Yeah.
That we've had to go through this
Yeah.
before, and we still haven't learned our lesson?
And what bothers me is the wild animals are
Right.
going to be killed.
And we can prevent this.
Yeah.
We can prevent this today if we would all just get our heads out of our tuchuses.
You know.
Yeah, I try to
And
not
it's
swear.
going to bring more prosperity in. Okay, Bob, I need to say, your friend that you help take care of, whatever, there is going to be a tuning point where he's going to start getting better. You have to be a lot firmer with him. I don't know what that means. Only you know.
Getting better already, so
I'm sorry.
he's getting better already.
Okay.
See, lots of
There
love.
we go. You know, go to each other, say good morning, or say hi. Hi, Lori. I'm Norman. I'm a winner today.
Nice to meet you, Norm. I'm Lori, and I'm a winner today.
Okay. Hi, Bob. I'm Norman. I'm a winner today.
I know. I'm Bob, and I like your G-string.
Thank you. There we
See,
go.
well, how
That
hard
would
was
have to be
that,
different,
right?
Right? And hi, Paul. On cameraman. Hi, Paul. I'm a winner today, and I know you are.
Oh, absolutely.
See?
I'm Norm, I'm Paul, and I'm a winner.
There you go. See, that's,
Okay.
how hard is I got a lot of my clients that are coming back saying they're feeling better from it. One of the readers that I had, she goes in, and she's smiling all the time. Now her husband can't get over how she's smiling
Nice.
and smiling
Wonderful.
and smiling. You can't tell I
No.
no.
But, you know, the gratitude and being, you know, just friendly to people is one of the cornerstones of my coaching program. And the difference it makes in people's lives, just a little tiny little tweaks, no big grand
No.
gestures.
You don't have to
know?
roll and say, "Hi, I'm going to hug you and I
Right.
love you."
You don't
today."
have to
No.
build a playground, but you could go help repair a playground. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Start small, but it magnifies.
Sometimes just a smile makes a difference.
right? It can make all the difference.
Well, you know that song? When you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. When you're laughing, but when you cry, you bring out the rain. I know I can't sing, but that's all right. So my son's working, so I'm singing.
Wait, is that your phone blowing up?
Yeah.
Bringing out the rain.
Yeah. You know, we need the rain, granted, but you know what? Let's bring out happy rain.
You know,
You can be happy in the rain. You can be singing in the rain.
right?
Oh, I like singing.
I-
Actually, I like the rain.
Whenever I have to walk my dog and it's raining, we're singing in the rain the whole way, singing and dancing
You know
in
what?
the rain.
One of the things I like saying that the spirit is washing when it's raining. The spirit of washing or trying to wash all the
Yeah,
dirt.
cleansing off all that negativity.
Yep.
Too bad it couldn't do it in the people's heart and mind.
That's up to each individual.
Yeah.
Right. You know, we're not here to preach to you. We're just telling you like it is, folks. I'm not going to tell you God's going to send you to hell, and I'm not going to tell you to walk up and be, all this stuff. All I am asking that let's all heal together. Let's all heal the universe. Whether it's in France, whether it's in Italy, whether it's in Rome, whether it's in the ocean or whatever. Let's all look around and look around and say, what can I do? Not what we can do, but what can, yeah, what we can we do. But what can I do
Well, it
to
starts
make
with
a we?
with
Yeah,
us. What can I do to make this a better day for anybody?
Right.
You know, it's little things like you know, you see a turtle in the road, pick it up and put it to the side. You'd be surprised how spirit will take that and amplify that act of kindness.
I also I go on Facebook and I said I think maybe 2 hours a day and that's it for me. I can't do. When I see a lot of this act of kindness with young men and women that are like. There was a young boy who found a $20 bill and he gave it to this veteran who went to Vietnam. This veteran, and this veteran actually gave it, passed it forward, pay it forward. That's all. I was a little bit short on at the market basket, and could find out there was a mistake on the adding. So the lady down there don't even know her name. She's a cashier, and she paid the rest of the bill for me. So I went back to give her money. She said, just pay it forward. Pay it forward.
Right, and that's, you know, I was reading a story about a homeless veteran who asked a lady for money to buy a lottery ticket. And she thought, yeah, right, dude, I know what you want it for, but here, she gave him a couple bucks. He went and bought a lottery ticket, and he won 250 grand. And he took that, and he you know, thanked the lady, and he changed his family's life with that, you know, because somebody was kind enough to give him $2. Changed his entire family.
Another homeless person, this guy took him into, it was like a setup, okay? And they went and they told him, congratulations, you won $10,000 or $1,000 or something like that. And they gave it to him and changed his life around. One little act of kindness
Right.
can, you know, and that's like, I get very distraught when I see these people that are standing on the corner of Queen City Ave and 2nd Street. I went over and I was going to give this one person a $25 gift card from Subway. No, I want the cash.
Right, well, right.
And I'm there, wow. And that's another couple here. Folks, this is a warning. You know, be very careful if you're going to give, if you're going to give money out or whatever. I'm not saying not to give, but there's a man in this, he claims it's his mother, and how she just got out of the hospital. They have her limping on Band-Aid, and I know that it's going around the parking lot, go to different places and say, my mother just got out of the hospital, and we don't have money to buy the medication. I said, but there's help out there. You know, you can go over and buy it. And my friend from Washington, she was at the Walmart here before she moved out there. This guy came up and told, I need $20 to get my gas. And he really, so she gave him $20. Boy, did I yell at her.
Well,
because they mean well.
But there are some people that do
really,
need help.
Yeah.
But you need to be able to discern who's
Yeah.
just scamming you and who
Yeah.
really needs help.
Yeah.
Because like I used to go around and give out free Starbucks coffees.
Yeah.
To homeless people, and I should probably start doing that again. But and if somebody's truly homeless, I never met anyone who wasn't grateful, I should say.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were truly homeless or not, but they were always grateful for that, and it really never cost me anything. So it's a small little things that make a difference. Just
And someone, that's like I did have someone come up to tell me that they tell me they haven't eaten 3 or 4 days. Or we got the shelter, they can eat here. But I'd rather have someone say, I need $1. Boy, okay. Boy, they're active with me. I didn't have someone come to me and say, I need $1 so I can finish buying for my beer. And being honest, and I would be more apt to give them the $1
right,
than
honesty,
say,
right, makes a big difference.
Oh yeah, I've actually taken people I don't know if they still have it, man. Listen, they used to have a hot dog vendor down by City Hall, and so I used to go down there, and there was a couple of people. Hi, there we go. And I used to go buy a hot dog or something. And then there was this one guy, he was standing there against the bank with his hat hung out. And, to 20 o'clock went down there. Wow, that's pretty, but people gave. I am more than willing, but there's a lot of, the thing that bothers me is there's a lot of entities out there that will help too.
But
And
you
some
know,
of them don't want
some
to.
people, but some people don't
No.
know how
Yeah.
to get in touch with those agencies, or which agencies to get in touch with, how to go about it. Some people are too proud; they'd rather beg on the street than go, have it in the system that they need help. And it's just a catch 22.
I've been down and out. I've been at the shelter, and I'm not embarrassed to say I've done it. And they have some pretty great food. They really do. And what breaks my heart is when I hear people still complain about it. I don't want to go in the shelter to live with my friend Bob and I, but you know what? I've been so blessed I haven't had to go there. And hopefully I never will. But when we look at our blessings, no matter how bad it is, and if we look out and we see, there's someone less fortunate than we are.
There always is.
There always
I mean,
is.
especially for people in this country. That's why I say to people, travel, because you don't appreciate what you have until you see that most of the world has less.
That's why, like, when in Russia they have just plain soup, maybe bread if they're lucky or whatever. A lot of and like in big cities, like you just said, look around. People, we are very fortunate here in Manchester. We are very fortunate in that town you live in.
Milford, Wilton,
Well, no, them,
the whole
and where you were with Merrimack, right?
Mhm.
Look around us. The one thing that people who look down on other people, you have to remember this: you can lose everything you have overnight. It could be a catastrophe, it could be a major sickness, it could be
It could be anything.
everything. A big labor. I had a couple that come to me; they were all panicking. He was making $250,000 a year, okay, and she was making $140,000. They did not know how they were going to survive. And I said, wow. So I said, first of all, let's do this. You're going to I said, you don't need your $1 million home. Get rid of it. You don't need these high, powerful cars. Poor you be able to get rid of them. And they actually took my advice, and they bought a nice home, and they're living, they got, not brand new, they got, the sad part on that is their children will have nothing to do with them because they don't have that lifestyle.
Well, but then again, you
But
can't.
that's a
People
pedestal.
judge people too who are on assistance that drive nice cars, but you have to think about this. How foolish would it be of them to, they bought that car when they had the means. They didn't know their fortunes were going to turn. But now they have a good quality vehicle that runs well. How stupid would it be to sell that and buy a piece of junk?
Yeah.
Just so other people feel more comfortable with your situation. You don't know their story. Stop judging.
And you don't have to keep up with the Joneses.
Nope.
No, there's no keeping up.
You
with
don't have
the
to buy
Joneses.
4 or 5 G-strings as a buy, but anyway, you don't have to keep up with the Joneses. You really don't. I tried that.
A lot of people
my ex-wife
do.
and I, and you know what? The more I made, the more I tried to keep up with, trying to be something I wasn't, the more I drank.
It won't get people the happiness they're looking for because they aren't looking within first.
Right.
Well, I see our vacuum cleaner right on time.
Yeah. I got a little later in the day,
Yeah,
but
you
you
know.
know.
But we're not trying to tell you. I guess what we're trying to say to you is that look at within your own heart. Look within yourself. Don't judge your neighbors. I have some people that are from Bhutan through Nepal, and you've seen about it. Very nice people. They're all American citizens now, which is, and every one of them worked. They worked. Some couple will work 2 or 3 jobs. So we can't blame all of it from other countries. We can't blame them. And I also find that a lot of American people will not do the menial task. I'm not saying it's just white. I'm not saying it's black either. I'm just saying the American teenagers have got spoiled.
Well, it's not just that. I mean, it's partly that, but it's not just that. Part of it is that we've raised our children to
Yeah.
believe that, being a custodian at the school is somehow not an honorable job when it absolutely is.
Yeah.
Being, a carpenter, being a mechanic, being a garbage truck driver are all honorable jobs. But we teach our kids that no, they have to, make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, and they have to live in the big house, and they have to drive the fancy cars to be successful. That's all crap.
It's one thing, it doesn't matter what you do, just be the best you can be at it.
Right. Make sure it makes you happy.
My mother said, my four sons, both are that no matter what you do do the best you can, because your employer, if he's paying you $5, he has to earn 10 in order to pay you. And I can remember when I was, being a nurse, I looked down at the janitors. I would look down at the laundry people and all. Then one day I had a realization. If it wasn't for the people doing the laundry, we'd end up doing it ourselves. Or if we would, every person, like the garbage people, they make a lot of money in garbage collecting.
Some can, not all
depends
of
on where
them.
they're at,
Right.
But, and like, every person, there's a job for everybody if you want it. Don't look at, you know what, even the people that work at McDonald's.
Right, but for some people, they enjoy it, and that
Yeah.
makes them happy. So let them do that in peace.
Yeah.
I mean, they should earn a living wage, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm all for that. But, let them, don't look down on somebody because they work at McDonald's. You need somebody to serve you when you go there. Although I don't go there, but.
I go to, I go to Dairy, I can remember going to Dairy Queen. Okay. This one lady, she comes up and gives me a big hug of it. Oh, I said, wow, you look good. She says, I took your advice. She still works at Dairy Queen. She makes, okay, but because I gave her certain encouragement and told her to lose a lot of weight, she lost 140 pounds. I didn't even recognize her, And like John Burke, for instance, he's lost a lot of weight. We can take, body, heal thyself. Okay. Man, these dudes, I don't know what is going on with them, I have one laying on my hand, and hopefully it's cool. But one of the things that we just believe, I guess what we're trying to say, maybe you'll agree with, just believe in you. Just know that you are the winner. Well, I know it's very hard a lot of times to say that. When I tell people, when I talk to people that are in my office, and I say to them, remember, you're a winner. And I say, repeat after me. You'll hear them say, I'm a winner. I'll say, I can't hear you. And I get them to go higher and higher. And Scott and I always will say, winner, winner. He has me to put up with me, and it's not easy.
Scott's a saint, so there's
He really is, But you truly, don't you look at yourself as a winner and grateful for what you have?
You got to be grateful for what you've got. I mean, you can want all you want, but as long as we got what you need, be grateful for what little bit you do have.
People will come to me, and I'm sure you've run into this. They want to hear what they want to hear. They don't want to hear what they need to hear.
Which is my bio specifically says, I won't tell you what you want to hear, I'll tell you what you need to hear.
Yeah, won't
I gotta
sugarcoat
redo
it.
I got to redo my bio over. As we think about our journey, and people, I've had, folks, I've had to learn how to let go of yesterday. I think we all have to learn.
We all have.
And I'm looking at it can be great. My son and I, we talk a lot. A lot of times, I'll say, Mike, don't look at the pictures from them guys who picked on you in the past. Let go of it and build yourself, because you have a good job. I've had a lot of people who have, not been nice to me, And I had this one guy that says, I was in Laconia, and I did what do you call it, gallery, right? Gallery up there. And everybody said, this guy is one of my best friends. I looked at him and I said, I don't even know you, and I walked away. Because he was one of the guys that were, It's amazing when you have a little, and I'm not trying to say I'm a celebrity, and I'm not, but I'm just a human. I'm only a person. And we're only the celebrity people want to, don't get me wrong, that recognize. I love it, but still, I have to be humble with it. And it's amazing, like Jodie Foster, I think it was, it says, people love you when you become well-known and you're a celebrity. Look at what they did with Janis Joplin. They made fun of her. They picked on her. All of a sudden, now her house is a shrine. Give me a break. You didn't like me when I was a so-called nobody. Why am I all of a sudden your best friend? You know what I mean? And but I guess all in all, what I would say is, folks, learn to love each other.
You need to learn to love yourself first.
Right.
That's the hardest part.
Love yourself first, and then move on to those around you, and spread out. And if it's too hard to love, the person next to you, love the stranger you see walking down the street with, just by giving them a smile or opening a door. It's, it doesn't
lot,
have to be.
When I go to Martian Basket, they'll say, "Well, how are you doing today?" Well, oh my goodness, don't smile. Well, you've heard me, and they'll go, "Uh-oh, somebody's having a bad day," something like that, or something. You know what? Just a smile. Sometimes that makes a big difference. Do you agree?
Right, and if they don't respond the way you
That's
want them
okay.
to, you don't need to make a comment.
It's
You don't
just-
need to. Just let it go. You
Yes.
did your part.
I'll say, kid around, "Uh-oh, somebody's had a bad day," or something like that. But also, if you
Okay. 4 minutes.
okay,
Oh my goodness,
if you're
just-
going to ask someone, "How are you doing?" Don't walk away. Maybe when you ask, maybe they need that little "How are you doing?"
Yeah, nothing's weirder to me than when someone says, "How you doing?" and then they're, I'm fine. It's
Yeah.
that is just, it's rude for one and weird for two.
Yeah. But when I say to you, "How you doing, Lori?" I really mean it.
Right.
I will
Exactly.
listen.
Yeah, you're going to listen.
Well, folks, and hope we weren't boring you with what we felt, but this is our own energy expression. And Bob, I'm going to have you play this off.
Oh, yeah.
And
But it's
we
going to
thank
go on.
everybody for coming on.
It's going to go on the record book, so. Norm's G-String Show.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's right.
Okay,
It's
there it is,
already
folks.
been seen around
Yeah,
the world,
there you
so
go.
why not?
But anyways, and we're going to thank everybody for tuning in. And Bob closes us out. And remember, every day you are the winner.